Owners of old wooden homes challenge illegal historic designation in Miami's Village West. These old wooden homes are not unique to Village West.
District 3.
They are common throughout Miami.
District 4.
They are old wooden homes.
District 5.
Districts 1 and 2 are no different.
Hello, my name is Frank Schnidman, and I'm the attorney representing 10 of the 15 property owners that are challenging their designation as historic resources of the City of Miami. The City of Miami abused the historic preservation tool in order to address challenges that they saw in gentrification and in the supply of affordable housing. The owners of these buildings are not developers. They are not interested in demolishing these buildings, but they are simply old wooden homes like this one here. And so at this point, I'd like you to hear from some of these owners.
Hello, I'm Mike March. Welcome to my home. I have a 4-unit property here on the corner of Charles Avenue and Plaza Street. Total of 4 one-bedroom apartments. I've lived in this property for 13 years. I bought in 2005. I love the old wooden house. I have no plan to tear down. I just do not want to be designated historic against my will. And I believe owning an old home like this is a labor of love. And I believe homeowners who maintain old properties like this, we deserve to do it out of choice and shouldn't be forced to do it against our will, because then we could resent the maintenance of these old properties. But like I said, I've been here for 13 years, have no plans to tear down. I provide affordable housing at around $850 per month for 3 apartments here. I live in the 4th one and have no plans to tear down, and I appreciate the history of the neighborhood.
Hi, my name is Hernan Guerrero Applewhite. I live here at 3637 Oak Avenue with my wife and my 2 children. We purchased this house 3 years ago, and we love it. When we saw this house, it reminded me a lot of the West Indian homes in Panama where I'm from, and so we have no intentions of destroying this house. The historic designation states that this home is historic, but from the historic pictures that I've seen, this house used to be a 2-family home, and it's been converted into a single-family home. That's one of the reasons that I'm appealing. I have a master's in city and regional planning and architecture, and I have worked as a historic preservation planner in the past, and heavily believe in public participation. And I believe that this process could have been better served by involving the property owners from the beginning and the rest of the community. I feel like we're being now charged with the burden of preserving the community, and I think that there needs to be another strategy to achieve that end. A master plan would serve the benefit of having a dialogue with developers, with property owners, with historic residents of the community, and figure out how collectively we can help preserve the character of this community.
My name is Antoinette Silva Simmons, and the address of my property is 3587 Hibiscus Street. This is my childhood home. My mother, Vernica Stirrup Silva, maintained her residence in this house until she passed, and then the house became mine. Now, this house is not a shotgun-style house, and over the years, there have been many additions, such as bathroom, the bedrooms, using modern materials. I definitely am a proponent of historic preservation. I do feel, though, that we were not notified about this plan in time to take part in the hearings and give input. And I also feel that things were already decided before that process began. I urge you to please remove my house from the historic preservation designation list. Thank you.
My name is Maria Cristina Longo, and Fernando Menoyo and I are business partners and co-owners of 3616 Thomas Avenue. Fernando and I have been restoring and rehabilitating all buildings in Coral Gables for more than 10 years, and in the West Grove for the last 3 years. Fernando lives on the West Grove We are right now at his home at 3555 William Avenue. This house where we're at, was condemned by the city for demolition, but we turned it around to what it is today. All of the houses we worked at in the West Grove have the coastal cottage style. Restoring homes is more than a business for us. It is our passion and our hobby. 3616 Thomas Avenue has a small single-family wooden home at the property and then rent the wooden home and keep the property as a long-term investment. The property does not have any historic significance. It is not unique, but we enjoy the challenge of turning ordinary property into extraordinary ones. Some of the house's architecture at 3616 Thomas has been modified. For example, the porch was enclosed and the property has plastic siding. We're not the bad guys. We show that we're the good guys through the projects that we do.
Good morning. My name is Talisa Henry McQueen, and this is the home of Lester Anderson and family. I'm here today because of the historic preservation process in Coconut Grove, Florida. It is a process that we were not asked to be a part of, we are not in agreement with, and we do not need in order to preserve our rights to be homeowners in Coconut Grove. As a matter of fact, we have invested a lot of time and energy in preserving this home already, and we would like to continue having our rights, our full rights as property owners. We do not want to be dictated to or told what we must do with this home. We are not in agreement with the home preservation process. It is not something that I think was clearly explained to homeowners, nor were we consulted or asked in any way. At this time, I would really appreciate if everyone take into consideration the homeowners and how this might affect us, our everyday, our bottom line, in every possible way. Thank you.
Hi, my name is J.B. Diedrich, and I own, with my wife, 3758 60 Fro Avenue. We bought this little duplex about 17 years ago, and we hope to basically turn it into a gingerbread house. Now, it hasn't been easy keeping this duplex. About 6 years ago, a squatter came in, ran my longtime tenant out, and put his pit bulls on one side and took over the other side. He pulled all the copper out, destroyed the bathroom and the kitchen. And there was very little that we could do about it. This is what we got back, what you see in these pictures. It was an absolute mess. Now, after talking to the city and requesting that they demolish some homes, some wooden homes that were basically crack houses across the street, when they finally came to do it, they came, peeked in the windows as we were cleaning the place, and they decided that this one should be demolished too. I was against that, and I hired an architect, and I did everything that I could and have invested a lot of money to finish fixing this place and make it right. Unfortunately, the squatter was still running around, and I couldn't finish the job and rent it because I did not want to fall into the same fate after spending all the money and go around and do it all over again. Anyway, I was ready to finish at the beginning of the year, but I found out about this historic designation process, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm not a developer. I have no intention of knocking it down. In fact, I've made a huge effort to save it. This building is not historic. Most of this wood has been replaced over the years, many times over. A lot of it is pressure treated. The home sits on 16 by 16 blocks, when the custom in those days was to use pilings, these little concrete pilings that stood up, solid concrete. Now, the front of this porch is now concrete. It used to be wood. The stairs used to be in the front, now they're on the sides. The roof used to be metal, now it's shingles. Most of the wood in this building has been replaced. I bought it from Blumenthal, who had it as an income property. They owned property in the Grove since 1925 as income property. And they painted it the same colors that Stirrup did. This has been an income property from the day it was built, and we don't even know who built it.
So over the years, I've replaced many things in the home, as these old wooden homes do require constant maintenance. You can see on this porch there's a new roof. In the other duplex that has a new roof, the siding has constantly been replaced. You can see that this porch is now concrete and has metal beams, metal posts, which were not here originally. So there have been many changes over the years, and owning an old home like this is a labor of love. I believe historical designation should be the choice of the homeowner. It should not be done against any homeowner's will within the city of Miami. I believe it's a scary prospect to designate someone like myself, because if they designate me, who will be next within the city of Miami?
Hi, I'm Jackie Dagochea, and I own 3508 Hibiscus Street. I've owned property in Coconut Grove since 1995. I was self-employed and didn't have a 401k and wanted to figure out my retirement plan and have a savings. So I started buying properties in Coconut Grove. First one was in 1995. I still have it. And basically fixed them up, made them look cute like this one, and allowed people to have affordable rents. This property has been designated as historic, although if you look at the original card, everything has been modified, including, if you take a look, the front used to be a porch, and so were the sides. They were screened in. They've all been plywooded and stuccoed. On top of that, all the bottom, the whole perimeter of the house has been completely stuccoed, and there have been numerous additions and changes even before I bought them. Also, the main important one, if you look at the windows, I bought those in Home Depot, and I'm sure in 1911 there was no Home Depot around this town. So I do not believe this house should be designated historic, and you know, if I have to go to the HEP board every time I want to do something, I'm going to have to ask my tenants to move out so I can fix it and then increase the rents. And that's a sad thing to do.
The use of the historic preservation tool to regulate these wooden homes in order to address challenges of gentrification and the supply of affordable housing is simply an abuse of historic preservation.